Hello, I'm Docent Jack at Point Lobos State Natural Reserve, and today I'd like to talk to you about an animal that's very popular here at the reserve. A lot of visitors come looking for this particular animal, and I want to see if you can guess what that animal is. So I'll give you some clues. First of all, this is the smallest of all marine mammals. This is the only marine mammal that uses its front paws, actually like paws, its front legs, as paws, and can get its food that way instead of using its teeth. It has very thick fur, and guess what? It uses a tool, a rock for a tool. And here's your final clue. It's a member of the weasel family, so it's related to skunks. Have you guessed what it is? If you said sea otter, you got it right. And the sea otter has amazing fur, and it has to. It lives in very cold water. And unlike other marine mammals like seals and sea lions, it doesn't have a thick layer of fat under its skin. Instead, it has very dense fur. In fact, the fur is so dense that in a space of about that much on its fur, that'd be about a square inch, it has 1 million hairs. Incredible. And they're locked so tightly together that the water never reaches the skin. So that's pretty cool, right? Okay, but that's still not enough to keep it warm because it is a warm-blooded animal. And so it has to generate heat just like you would put more wood on the fire. Well, it has to eat a lot of food. And guess how much? About 1/4 of its body weight a day. So here's your math problem. If you had a 40-pound otter, how many pounds of food would it need to eat in one day? Okay, now the tool is just simply a rock, but the otter keeps the tool, the rock, in a pocket. Well, we'll call it a pocket. It's not a real pocket like we have, but it's folds of skin in its armpit. You see its skin is very loose. The otter can practically turn around in its skin. And so it puts the rock under its armpit, dives down, gets its food with its paws, goes back to the surface, puts the rock on its chest, pounds the crab or snail, or perhaps an abalone. Here's a type of snail called an abalone. That's the inside. The animal's gone, but this is what the shell would look like to the otter. And this would be the perfect size for him to lift off the rocks down at the bottom of the ocean. Okay, now one more thing about otters, which is really cool. They're called keystone species. And there's a reason for that, because a lot of animals depend on them, because a lot of animals live in the kelp bed, and the otters help preserve the kelp bed. So here's your homework. How do the otters help the kelp bed stay healthy, and which animals live in the kelp bed that the otter helps to keep healthy too? That's your homework for today.